Health is life. Your health matters. You matter. Health begins in the spirit and the mind. Take time to love you. Live well. Be well.
Yeah, let's go.
Health matters to me.
Come on, get up. Cause you tuned into the station for your morning motivation to get your education for your health and your spiritual needs.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, strong will to empower the people, to promote the peace, though. Positive attitudes, behavior, that's a lifelong dream goals.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, health matters and we're here to help you become the better you, to be the best version you can be.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, and it's time for this classic, fantastic food for your soul. Here's Jackie and Coach Patrick right here. Let's go.
Health matters to me.
Well, guys, welcome back to Help Matters. I'm Jackie.
And Coach Patrick.
Guys, we have a special guest in the studio. Well, not in the studio, but live here on Help Matters this morning. And her name is Barbra Mungia, the Director and Operation of Abundant Life Services. We want to welcome her to Help Matters this morning. Let's give it up for her.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning, Barbara.
Good morning, Barbara. Welcome to Help Matters.
Yes, Help
Thank you
Matters.
so much.
Yeah, so just please introduce yourself to the CSRA listeners, and then we're going to jump into the interview.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. My name is Barbara. I work with Abundant Life Assisted Services. We are home care at in the state of Georgia, and I'm here to just share some information about our company and what we do with you guys today.
Awesome,
All right.
awesome. So now you're in sunny California.
Yeah, she's up there on that West Coast.
Yes. I personally am in the West Coast, but the team is all based in Georgia.
Okay,
Oh, that's awesome.
That's in
awesome.
Atlanta, Georgia, right?
So yes, the main office is in the Metro Atlanta area,
Okay.
and we have a new office in Augusta.
Okay.
So
Oh, okay.
we're stretching out in we cover about 60 counties in the state of Georgia. And right now we have been getting a lot more inquiries in the Augusta area. So we have officially opened a second office in Augusta.
That's awesome.
Oh,
That's
so
awesome.
we need to connect.
Growth is always good.
Yes.
It's always good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's a good problem to have. So Barbara, what or who is Abundant Life, and what inspired the organization to even serve the community that you serve?
Yes, absolutely. So Abundant Life is a home care agency. It's been in the works for about 18 years now. We are assisting elderly individuals that are disabled or people that might just need extra help. Our mission is just to providing, assistance in any area of individual's life, and just to help them maintain a quality of life in their home, to remain independent, and to just stray away from having to move into a facility and surrender their independence.
I tell you, that's a strong dynamic there, going into different homes, So do you actually go into the homes, or do you just kind of manage that or direct the flow of that?
Personally, I manage the direct and the flow, and the individuals that we match with the loved ones. I speak directly with the people that are in need of care, or just the family members, and we kind of create a level of care of what's needed in the home, and we try to find individuals, caregivers, that will match what's expected for that, for the loved ones. So I facilitate all that. I talk to all parties. We go through several rounds of interviews, and we even set up a meet and greet just to make sure that the clients are comfortable. So yeah, we go all the way from the start. I go all the way from the start to finish and make sure the handoff is just appropriate
Mm,
for the people. Yeah.
that's awesome. So, Barbara, can you let us know what services does Abundant Life provide, and who all can benefit from it?
Um, so many individuals. I mean, most people when they hear, a home care, they're just okay. It's for the elderly, but it's beyond that. Of course, our main focus has been the elderly. We definitely don't want to stray from that mission, but it's also people that are disabled or people that need that extra help. Maybe they have injured themselves at work and they just need someone to assist them with recovery.
Mm,
So we are there to guide, guide the person and make sure that they have what they need in their home. So Abundant Life is a home care service, but it does stretch out to more than the elderly. Of course, like I said, our primary clients have been elderly, which we are.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. So I have a
that's
couple of
good.
questions. I'm gonna pop back just a little bit from the first question that you answered because I like how you talked about how you kind of set up a dynamic and reach out to the people and have a conversation with them. You just don't try to give them a canned program or something that okay, this works for everybody, but what's going on with them, what do they need, what's necessary to make it successful for them, and I think that's awesome right there, especially when it comes to health and wellness because everybody's situations are different,
Right.
and trying to meet them where they are, you can give them the best care that they need.
Right.
Your feelings around that?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That is the primary mission for Abundant Life. It's like we try to curate a specific regimen for each individual based on their needs. And of course, when we do match with these caregivers, we want to make sure the caregiver has some background, some expertise that they can, bring into the story. So it's not someone that's just going to be shocked, like, hey, like, I wasn't trained in this. I've never been exposed to something like this. We want to make sure that we're placing individuals that have that knowledge
That's
and
good.
that foundation. Yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was going to say that I was going to go say something. How do you vet each individual caregiver? But you answered that because you have to be very mindful and careful when you're placing someone in a home with someone, especially elderlies. And yeah, that's very important. So I'm glad to hear that y'all are very, very selective, of whom you guys are placing in home with individuals.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it's very important. Like, it only
Yes.
don't only protect the individual, but it protects your company too. And
Yeah.
and your standard. And then in the second question that Jackie asked you about the services you provide, I picked up that it's not just for the elderly, but it's actually say someone can have gotten hurt on the job or something that may need in-home care. So it's not just for elderly people. So that's not a set age, is what I'm taking away from that.
Correct.
Mhm.
Exactly. It's
Okay.
for different types of services that, you know, because we have, received calls and people was like, I don't know if this is the right place to call, but I was, injured and I'm on a recovery process. I don't really have anyone else and I don't really know who to call or, what to do, but I can't do certain things in my home by myself. I'm in recovery. And, we are happy to step in. Like those are situations that we are experienced in
Mhm.
because you're getting an actual nurse. A caregiver is trained and they're certified. So you're not having to just go off, oh, it's my relative, or, which is great. Family, when they step in, is great. But
Mhm.
if you have someone with a little bit more of a medical background, that can help you, with those stages of recovery.
That's good. Now,
That's
now,
good.
how does that work when a family member uh, is giving the care, is providing the care? How do you guys mix with that? How do you get involved with that?
So there's actually a unique program that was initiated back in COVID, during COVID time, where people didn't want strangers or outside parties into their home just for, the risk. So what Georgia Medicaid issued out was something called structured family care. And this basically allows a family member to be trained into providing care for their loved ones. So, for instance, if you have a grandmother or a grandfather that is in need of that assistance, and you need to go to work because you need to pay your job. I mean, you need to pay your bills. So what Medicaid did was they said, you can stay at home. We will, help you and assist you and cover you guys, and we'll pay you, to stay at home and take care of your loved one.
That's good.
Yeah, it's
That's
amazing.
good.
So, and that has been a really big and successful program to a lot of individuals, because there's also cases where we interact with family members that say, "Oh, it's just my loved one is just very difficult. She doesn't want any strangers. She doesn't want to admit that she needs the help, and I'm really the only one she trusts with providing service." And we tell them that's perfectly fine. If you want to be trained and if you want to be paid to be a caregiver, we will make sure to make that happen. We can make that happen for you.
That's unique.
That's awesome.
That's very unique.
Yes, taking care of your loved ones and, being paid at
Being
the
paid
same
to do
time.
it.
But they doing, that's good. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, and you mentioned that they receive training. Do they have to pay for that training?
No, they
Okay.
don't.
Wow.
Yeah, because they will be an employee of Abundant Life, and we will offer the training and all required information for them to be compliant by the state regulations. So they will be an actual caregiver at the end of the onboarding. Yeah.
That is great. That is good. I mean,
Okay.
I tell you, that's a win-win situation for the organization and the person,
Right.
that's been in the house anyway, taking care of the loved
Right.
one. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So with a lot of that, and things structure is in place and all this, vetting each individual, what are some of the biggest challenges, that you guys have had in the Abundant Life uh, services that y'all have had with others or with trying to place people?
The biggest challenges sometimes is, I would say, in it's funny because this is actually what we're dealing with right now, is we sometimes have loved ones that are overly involved. And we definitely understand that it's a trust thing. We want to build that trust. But sometimes we have family members that are overly involved and they can kind of step like in, I'm not sure how to place this, but they can kind of get in the way of their own services. They sometimes, want to manage the caregiver that's in their home. And then that will basically isolate us or just remove us from the equation. And they will have that interaction with the caregiver. And then that will basically remove us from that management role. And, sometimes it's fine. We condone it. We just want them to have that, freedom and feel just be relaxed talking to the caregiver that's in their home. But sometimes it can be bad because, when we do come into the picture, it's a relationship where they feel comfortable. The caregiver might feel a little bit too comfortable, or the loved one feels a little bit too comfortable, and it's hard to give those, in a sense, demands to the caregiver, like these are the requirements for your job. It now becomes convoluted because the caregiver thinks, oh, I've built this relationship with the family member. I'm basically family. I can do what I want. And then, on the other side, the family member is confused. Why isn't this caregiver doing X, Y, and Z? I'm expecting all these things. So those are some of the challenges that we have. The relationship between the caregiver and the family member can be too close, and then it just leaves us out And it could be a little bit problematic trying to navigate that.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that being a challenge. Yeah, with
Yes.
that dynamic of building that relationship, you know, and trying to steer it in the direction where it really needs to go, so that
Right.
everyone
Yeah.
is getting out of the relationship what they need to get out of it. Now, we
Yes.
can't not share some success stories with sharing challenges. So, share some of the success stories or examples, you know, of how Abundant Life has positively impacted clients or families.
Absolutely. So, this one is a little close to my heart, and then this is really why I think I continue to work in this industry is, my background is an accountant. I've always been in the numbers and the financials, but coming into Abundant Life and being exposed to home care, I have witnessed and encountered so many unique stories. And most of them some of them are very, beautiful. There's family members that are involved, and, we provide care and we assist the loved ones and, remove the worriness in the household. You know, the kids can go to work and we can be able to provide service. They're not worried that mom and dad is, alone by themselves, and it's wonderful. But there's always these stories where there's, a loved one that's just, living by themselves in a different state. Maybe their kids are out of state and they're not at the capacity where they can be able to service their mom and dad. They're not really, financially stable to go and live with them either. They need to be, separated. So we'll have individuals that are living by themselves and there's not really much, around them. There's not much of a community. And, we've been able to reach some of these people and show them, like, you're not alone. We are a company that you can rely on. You can call on us if there's any emergencies. Like, we're here. We'll step in to guide you through, whatever that is that you need, and step in almost, I don't want to say to replace, but step in to be at the same capacity as your daughter or your loved one that could have been there. So those are the stories that are very close, and we have a lot of clients that are very close to us. We have these relationships with them. We check on each other. We want to make sure that they're receiving the service, but they are also very comfortable with letting us know what they're doing and their weekends and their plans. We just have these relationships we're very close to. So
Awesome.
that's been the beauty of working in this industry, is just building those relationships.
Yes. And I want to kind of go back when you were saying, about the when you was talking about what challenges, and the word that stood out to me is boundaries.
Yes.
Having those healthy boundaries, because I was trying to find a word as well, but just having healthy boundaries and knowing that, and sometimes it may be the caregiver's personality or just the way they are wired and built, not purposely, but just how they are. Because I can be that person, but when I know healthy boundaries, I can't take it, and I totally understand, hey, I have healthy boundaries, even though, I care. And it's good to care. You want people in there that care, and,
Right.
But there's still boundaries that we have to respect.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
So for those just tuning in, we're talking to Miss Barbara Mungia, Director of Operations for Abundant Life Assistance
Yes.
Services. A great conversation about healthcare, in-home healthcare. So if you missed it, you can go back on our website or our social media platforms and pick it back up from the beginning.
Yes.
But now, Barbara, many people, they don't realize that they qualify for home care services. So how can someone find out if they have a loved one or if they themselves need home health care services? How can they find out, are they eligible or not?
I would say just simply give us a call. We would love to chat. We'd love to give you information, lay out your options. If we don't service you based on your needs, we'll we can definitely provide you with resources. We've been in the industry for 18 years. We've seen so many variations of services and so many types of benefits. So we'll be able to guide you. So if you have any questions, I would say just give us a call.
So, in saying that, give us some contact information, maybe a website, phone number, how people can
Yeah.
contact you.
Our phone number is 678-319-0307. Our website is Alice, spelled ALAS, care, CARE.com. That's alicecare.com.
Now, for the slow writers like me, I'm going to ask you to say it one more time.
Absolutely. Our website is alascare.com. That's alascare.com. alicecare.com.
Awesome. Awesome. So, and what now, because we cover over 16 counties in the CSRA, South Carolina, Georgia areas, what areas or counties do you cover? I know Augusta, I know you mentioned Augusta, the new office, that's Richmond County. Do you cover anything outside of Richmond County?
South Carolina.
Absolutely. We don't cover South Carolina. But we have 60 counties. I could name them. We are also we do have this information on our website.
Okay. Awesome.
So if you're in the northern region of Georgia, we most likely cover you. From Metro Atlanta all the way stretching out to Augusta and northern area we cover. We stretch out even to Columbus, Albany. So yeah, we're very spread out.
Oh, that's good to know. That's awesome.
So that first step, they would take. I know you gave them the website, so that would be the first step. You said to reach out, just to call or get some type of contact information over your website. That would be the first step, or would that be something else?
Yes, to call, go on our website. If they prefer texting, you can also text that number. We can text you. We are reachable through a lot of different communication mediums. So whatever works for you. If you go to our website, you will see our email. We accept mail. But the best would be to give us a call. Absolutely.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right.
So now we heard you talk about how you train family members and then pay them to do the healthcare. But what else can you think that makes Abundant Life different from other home care providers in the community?
I would say that our mission and the approach that we have with family members is very unique. It's very personalized, and I think we're extremely sincere. It's a local agency. There's not a lot of members. You're either going to get one of the three people, which is my name, Barbara, me. You're going to see Danny. You're going to see Ruby. You're going to be talking to one of us. And there's also Nikki, who is actually here in Augusta. And I believe that's something that makes it so unique, is you're not going to just get routed to another individual. Whenever you call, you'll be able to speak to just one of us.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. That individuality,
right.
People feel like they're the only one you're dealing with. That's what we all strive to do when we have a organization or business.
Yes, everybody get the same experience.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah. So this is one of Jackie's favorite questions to ask everyone. So everyone has a why.
Right. To the what?
Not the YMCA, but everyone has a why. WHY, that qualifies their desire, that moves them to do what they do. So could you share with us what your why is for doing what you do?
Yes. I have never worked in a place where I go to sleep at night and I just feel like my heart is full.
Mhm.
I wake up and I feel that the job that I do is very impactful, and the people that I communicate with and the people that we help, it's so meaningful. It definitely feels like I'm adding back into the world. So it's a selfish thing, but I really just enjoy what we do. I really enjoy what I do, and
Yes.
That's
that
so
keeps
good.
me going. Yeah.
That's good. And when you enjoy what you're doing, that's why I said the why to the what, because they kind of add all that together. Because, the why, I look at the why as the vision, and I look at the what as the mission, you
Getting it
know.
done.
And
Yeah.
so, and when we have that in its meaningful purpose, that just kind of
Makes it easy.
everything, it makes it so much
Mm,
enjoyable, like you said,
mhm.
and having the joy. And that's me. I just have the joy when I know I have poured into someone and they're better because of it. That just brings so much joy to me. It just brings so much joy to my soul. So I feel that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And it takes that in this field of, health and
Right.
wellness and dealing with people, those are things that money can't buy. You can't be, I won't say you can't be because a lot of people are, but you shouldn't be, in this field if you don't have true compassion and empathy for people, and want to see them get better
Right.
and move better and just live better and be the best them that they could be. Our motto on this show is, we're here to help you to become the better you, to be the best you that
That
you
you can
could be,
be.
because it's so different from everyone, and being able to pull that out of people is so rewarding. It's more than a paycheck, it's more than a dollar, to see someone actually, become the best version of themselves that they can become, and that's what it sounds like you guys are doing here at
Yes.
Abundant Life Assistance Services. So that is awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're getting good
Awesome.
people to do it. You sound like a good person yourself that has a passion to do
You
what you
Thank
do. So
you.
just want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. I mean, seriously, because this area you can get frustrated, man. You want to just trying to take people head off sometime and just pour everything down. But
And just finding the right people, the
yeah,
Yes.
compatible people
right,
to the families. Now that's not easy
right.
to do. So yes, because my mom was in a nursing home in her final years, and she was not treated well.
Yeah,
So I feel
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
So that I take that personal. So yeah, so I'm glad to be a part of this and promote this and put it out there. So Augusta audience, if
No,
you are listening, they have Abundant Life Services have a office in, if you're seeking assistance not only for your elderly loved ones, but if you having any issues, or
recovering
your
from
spouse
accidents.
or
Yeah.
someone that needs assistance, they are available. So it's no age limit. So call them up if you need them. You can go back on our platform, Facebook, YouTube, and our website, and get the information. Of course, we'll be sharing it all through the weekend and all of next week
Most definitely.
on here. So, Barbara,
So
if you mind if I ask you something, where are you from? I'm hearing the accent.
Oh, goodness. You picked it up very fast.
Yes.
I get nervous and it comes out. I'm from Tanzania.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yes, I picked up on it. Yes.
so we're at the end. It's been good.
Yes.
It wasn't that
Awesome.
bad, was it?
What was it? We made you feel comfortable, didn't we?
You guys did. You guys did an amazing job. Thank you so much.
Well, we
Thank
aim to
you.
please. We aim to please. Listen.
Yes.
So go ahead and before you go, whatever's on your heart before you go that you want to share with the CSRA community, share that, and then again share your contact information one more time.
If I would just leave one thing with every listener today, if you know anyone, an aging parent, a loved one with a disability, or you yourself just needed a little extra support, just give us a call. We're happy to assist, to give you information, and just help you navigate, through this time. My name is Barbara. Our contact is 678-319-0307. Our email address is info@alascare.com, or you can reach us on our website at alascare.com. That's alascare.com.
All right. Thank
you,
Barbara.
All right, Barbara. Well, you have a great, wonderful rest of your day. Like you say, you're on the East Coast.
West Coast.
Yes.
On the West Coast,
I'm in the West.
so it's early for you. So we thank you for taking the time to come out, on here on StreamYard and share this information with us. This has been amazing. I'm leaving with a fullness of joy just to see your joy and how you love what you're doing. I mean, I can see it all over you. You enjoy what you're doing, and that's a great thing. So thank you so much.
That's right. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a great rest of your day.
All right.
You too.
See you later.
Thank you.
Right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. That was great.
That was great. That was great, guys. So
you.
you heard it. We will be sharing that information again throughout the weekend and on the weekend. So if it's something that you may think that can help you or to assist you or your loved ones, give them a call, guys. That is so awesome. That is so good.
Great what they're doing.
And with everything, there's going to be challenging. But if we can, debug those challenges and put those challenges out and learn from those challenges, so that's good. That's good, Coach.
Most definitely. All right, guys. So it's that time. Listen, we just want to let you know that this assisting living services, the services, they drastically improve quality of life by prioritizing safety, health management, and community engagement. So, and that directly prevents the physical and mental decline associated with isolated aging. So you don't have to isolate yourself when you start to age. You don't have to isolate your stuff if you're going when you're going through a recovery period. There's help out there where people will come into your house or will even train a family member to help you to get back on your feet and do the things that you need to do. Okay, Jack, you got anything else? We're going to close it out.
We're going to close it out. That was our coaching corner.
Yeah.
Real life applications.
Yeah.
That's how we close it out, guys. So
that's what it is.
Yeah. So we want to say congratulations also to Coach. Yes, for his Yes, event.
The event.
Yes, that he had. But yes, guys, well, we want to thank you guys for listening to Help Matter, joining us right here every Saturday. So we're going to get ready to close out, but you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. And I think this is Father's Day weekend.
Definitely.
No, that's next weekend. That's next weekend. I'm a little bit early. All right.
All right. We're going to close this thing out.
All right, guys.
Stay tuned for the Concerned Ministers Fellowships coming up right after us at 9 a.m. You Matter with Pastor Bush. At 10 a.m., you got Saturdays with Sean. Baby sister Sean Harris comes on at 10 a.m. Then 12 p.m., Midday Motivations with Alicia G. You don't want to miss that. And at 9 p.m., you got New Orleans Profile coming on with Tony D. Our weekly broadcast, 6 a.m., Judah the Hebrew is leading off with prayer. 9 a.m., Pastor Small, morning praise. 12 p.m., Mary Harris, afternoon praise cafe. 3 p.m., Minister Arlene Edwards talking it up. On Tuesdays at 11 a.m., you got Reginald Forrest with Education Matters. And then Thursdays at 11 a.m., you got Pastor O'Neill and Reverend Takia with Transforming Lives.
And guys, we like to thank you for listening to Help Matters here on Shout 94.7 FM, the voice of the gospel truth. Remember, we are here to help you to become a better you, to be the best you that you can be. We always like to leave you with 3 John 2. We wish above all things that you may prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. Guys, remember, always sow and show an act of kindness to someone, because you never know when that act of kindness may be extended back to you. We at Help Matters here love you guys, because remember, you matter, your help matters. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Health is life. Your health matters. You matter. Health begins in the spirit and the mind. Take time to love you. Live well. Be well.
Yeah, let's go. Come on, get up, cause you tuned into the station for your morning motivation to get your education for your health and your spiritual needs. Yeah, strong will to as a lifelong dream goes.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, health matters and we're here to help you become the better you, to be the best you, the best version you can be.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, and it's time for this classic, fantastic food for your soul. Here's Jackie and Coach Patrick right here. Let's go.